Hey, what's up, blues fans? This is John, and here's your Tuesday Blues lesson number 43. So from previous Tuesday Blues lessons, we know that it takes 4 notes to make a 7th chord. You got to have your root, your major third, your 5th, and then the flat 7th. And there you have a dominant 7th or a 7th chord for short. What we're going to do today is make that really usable for us finger pickers. There are tons of times where you're playing something and you want that 7th chord sound because it is so bluesy, but you may not be able to use all 4 fingers. When you're finger picking, your fingers are doing a lot. So what we're going to do is take a look at what I call mini chords. Others may call them chord fragments, things like that, or partials. But a mini chord is simply, in this case, a 7th chord, but you're not playing all 4 notes. Maybe we'll play 3 notes. Maybe we'll play just 2 notes. And there's your mini chord. Now, I don't know if that stands up to any music theory or anything, but this makes sense to me and I wanted to pass it along to you. So let's take a look at these mini 7th chord shapes and how we can use them on the fretboard. Let me just walk through the examples that I played. Now, these are based in E, but you can move these chords around into different keys. So, but the first sort of thing in E that I did was right here, and this is, you know, just 3 notes ringing out, but it's got that 7th chord kind of sound to it because we've got the flat 7 relative to the E major scale. We've got it right here in the D, okay? Alright, so what I'm playing there is first fingers on the first fret of the 3rd string, and then a lot of times I'll use my pinky. You might see me use different fingers to catch this note on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, that's the D, or the 7th here, and then the open 1st string. And then just to do a little jamming, you can always do a hammer-on from the open 3rd to the 1st fret on the 3rd string, because in the key of E, that's a minor 3rd to major 3rd move. And it definitely has a bluesy vibe. So that's one mini 7th chord shape. The next one is here, and this should look a little bit familiar. It's basically your regular D7 shape, just moved up a couple of frets to E. And so I've got my middle finger here on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then the 3rd fret 2nd string, 4th fret 1st string. And with this, and with a lot of these other shapes, you can actually do a little slide from a note or from 1 fret below up. And you can actually do from 1 fret high down. So just having some fun. You know, something like that. It's a little shaky there, but you get the point. And here's another 7th chord shape. Up here around the 5th and 7th frets on these top 3 strings. And I've got my ring finger here on the this is the 7th fret 3rd string, and then the 5th fret 2nd string, 7th fret 1st string. And see, that can, you know, be moved around down a half step back to the chord, and then, you know, even throw in that sharp sound like that. So that's the 3rd shape that we're going to talk about, and the 4th shape should look a little bit familiar to you, but it'll get you thinking, because this is definitely in a different spot for the E 7th chord up here. And really, the reason I say it's familiar is it should look a lot like this A7 chord, but we move it up. A, B, C, G, E. And really we're just focusing on the top 3 strings. So we've got 9th fret bar on the 3rd and 2nd string, and then I'm catching the 10th fret with my middle finger. And of course you can reach up with your pinky and grab that that octave there, which is an E. All right, so there you go. There are a few mini chord shapes, mini 7th chord shapes that I know I use a ton, and it really is tremendously usable. And I hope you get a sense of that from this lesson, because there are just so many times as a finger picker where you find yourself wanting that 7th chord sound, but you're not in the traditional 7th chord position. You can't grab all 4 notes. Maybe some fingers are busy doing other things. That happens a lot for us finger pickers. So this is a good way to get that sound, grab it really quickly, and maybe even moving around the neck a little bit, and get you really thinking about the sound that you're after rather than the chord shape and the fret number. So I think this one is going to be a really good lesson for you. I encourage you to grab the tab and practice this up, and of course hit me up, email john@bluesguitarinstitute.com if you have any questions. Practice, 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 and I will see you in the next lesson. All right, thanks.